Hello Kinder friends, I am so excited to be back here for our second week of at-home learning. And this week I got to read the book Frogs. And we've already read this book, so we know that this was a nonfiction book, and it told us a lot of fun facts about frogs. But also in this book there were some funny jokes. And if you're in the Smoky Monkey classroom, you know that David loves a good joke. So I had to write our jokes up here before we start our activity today, and I wanted to share them with you. So I hope you love them just as much as I did, and I know, David, you're going to love them. So here we go. The first frog joke was, what happened to the frog's car when it broke down? Do you have a guess? Anybody know? It got towed. Number 2. What do stylish frogs wear? Any guesses? Here we go. Jump suits. And the last joke, why are frogs so happy? Any guesses on this one? I'm going to let you know. Because they eat what bugs them. I thought those were some pretty funny jokes, and I hope you like them. Maybe you can tell them to your mom and dad or your brothers and sisters. Okay, so today for our activity, we are going to make a frog. And it is going to be a really neat frog. You have in your packet a paper plate. You have a piece of green construction paper. You have 2 eyes. And you have a little party blower. The only other things you're going to need for this activity is a green crayon, an orange crayon, or you can use paint if you want to. You're going to need scissors, and you're going to need glue, or you can even use a tape or a stapler. Miss Epperson's going to use the tape and stapler today because I cannot find my glue. So it's your choice. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our plate over on the opposite side, and we're going to color it all green. I already did mine because I knew you wouldn't want to wait, but if you put it on something white where you can just color, okay? On the inside of your paper plate, you're going to take your red and you're going to color the whole inside of your plate red. And I'm going to show you why we're coloring all this red in just a little bit. It's taken a long time to color my inside of my plate. You can use paint, or you could use your watercolors. The only thing is, if you do that, you'll have to wait for it to dry really good before you can put your frog together. But it is your choice. Okay. Miss Epperson's almost got hers all the way colored. So the inside is red and the outside is green. Okay, our next step is we're going to take our paper plate and we're going to fold it in half. Just like this. Okay, I'm going to even put a seam in it. So when I fold it in half. Are you starting to see a frog head in this? I hope so. Okay, now you're going to take your green piece of paper. And I'm going to show you a trick with this green piece of paper, because we're going to make his eyes and his legs. And if you will fold it like that hot dog or the shower, like Miss Snow says, the long ways, if you will fold it, and when you draw your pieces on it, I'm going to use my tape up here, then when you cut, you're going to be able to cut 2 pieces, because you're going to need 2 back legs, you're going to need 2 front legs, and you're going to need 2 eyes. Okay? So So Miss Everson's going to show you when we're drawing our long back hind leg. I'm going to draw a long line down, and then I'm going to make like his foot. I'm going to go around and I'm going to make him 3 toes. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to come up and make his long leg. For his front arms, I'm going to make him 1, 2, 3, 4 little curvy lines, almost like a flower. And then I'm going to come all the way down and make his little arm. And for his eyes, I'm going to turn it this way for a second. I'm going to make like an Easter egg on the top, but on the bottom, I'm going to put a straight line going across. Okay? So I have my back leg, my front leg, and my 2 eyes. Now, guess what I'm going to need? You guessed it, the scissors. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut his back legs out. Now this is where it's going to be helpful if you folded your paper in half, because you're only going to have to do 3 different cuts and you're going to have 6 different pieces. So I'm going to cut on my straight lines there to cut my back hind legs. Cut around these. I'm going to cut around all his little toes. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now I have his back legs cut out. So watch. Well, Miss Everson can't get it apart. 1, 2. That way I only had to cut his back leg 1 time and I got 2 pieces. So this is where I'm going to use my stapler. And I'm going to put the green on the green. So I'm not going to put it inside his mouth. I'm going to put it on the green part. And I'm just going to staple. If you don't have a stapler, your mommy or daddy don't have a stapler, you can use glue. Okay? So I'm going to put this other back leg on the green again. And I'm going to use my stapler. This was on the bottom of my plate too. On the top one, I am going to do the same thing with his little hands. And I've already cut those out where I didn't have to waste time with you. So I'm going to put the green on the green. And I'm going to staple another hand here. And I'm going to staple another arm here. Okay, so he's starting to get his legs. Now he needs his 2 eyes. So I already cut those out too. Remember I said it was kind of like an Easter egg shape, but it had that flat bottom. On that flat bottom, if you'll go ahead and fold a little piece of that up where you have that little edge, you can put your glue on that and glue it on his head to make his eyes stand up. So I folded both of those little pieces. And like I said, Miss Everson did not have glue, so I'm going to use tape today. And I'm going to put one eye here. Let me get me another piece of tape. And I'm going to put my second eye here. Okay, I have my 2 eyes and I have my legs on, and in your packet you had the wiggle eyes. So now you can glue your wiggle eyes on the little green pieces. I have my tape already on mine. Okay, so there's his little eyes. And our last piece that our frog needs is a tongue. And we learned in our book that a frog's tongue is very long. It said if our tongue was as long as a frog's tongue, it would touch our belly button. My belly button is all the way here, so I would have a long tongue. And those frogs use their tongues to catch their prey. Do you remember what prey was? We learned about that in some of our other nonfiction books. But prey is what this frog is going to eat. So on the back of my paper plate, I cut a little slit this way, and then I opened it and I cut another little slit where I could fit my party favor in his mouth through that back hole, and that is going to be my little frog's tongue. And then when he's ready to catch his insects, all you have to do is blow. Isn't that so cool? I really hope you had fun making your frog today, and I can't wait to see them. I know your mom and dad are going to love them. Happy frog crafting!